Imagine a world where the very ground beneath your feet shifts with every step you take, where every rule you trusted, every formula you copied, every strategy you held dear crumbles in front of your eyes. That's not just a nightmare, it's the reality of today's hedge fund industry. You feel it too, don't you? The frustration, the grind, the feeling that no matter how hard you hustle, the old models don't cut it anymore. You're stuck chasing returns in a market rigged by outdated structures, overwhelming complexity, and an endless sea of copycats. And no one talks about it openly, but deep down you know, the gaps between promise and reality are swallowing your edge, your alpha, your future. It's painful because you didn't get in this game to just survive. You got in to reinvent it, to break the mold. But instead, you're tethered to systems built for a world that no longer exists. Traditional hedge funds? They're like ancient ships with rusty engines trying to race jet fighters. You see the promise of data-driven approaches, AI, big tech, but these tools without soul, without human insight, without real transformation, they're just adding noise, not clarity. Maybe you feel the isolation too, because pushing beyond this status quo means standing alone on the frontier, misunderstood, and questioning if anyone else even hears the call. But here's the thing about isolation. It's the birthplace of revolution. This isn't just about tweaking the model or adding a few new tricks. It's a fundamental rewire of what investing means. Forget incremental gains. Forget dipping toes in innovations without breaking old guard rules. The next-gen hedge fund model doesn't ask for permission. It demands transformation. It stands on the belief that true power doesn't flow from entrenched institutions or consensus. Power flows from those willing to burn their old maps, to navigate uncharted territory with relentless hunger and complete sovereignty. What does that even look like? It's not some vague promise or buzzword. It's the radical act of building an investment ecosystem that isn't just optimized for financial gain, but for aligning rare, brilliant minds who don't fit the mold. Imagine a system designed not to herd you into conformity, but to celebrate what makes you different. Where networking isn't just glossy events or shallow connections, but ruthless synergy. Where your edge isn't diluted by noise, but amplified by precision partnerships that multiply impact. At its core, this next-gen model is a rejection, a burning rejection, of comfort, mediocrity, and fake freedom. The old world says you're free when really you're shackled by rules and blind consensus. The new wave says freedom is the weapon you wield when you refuse to live a life borrowed from others' success stories. It's about owning your will, shaping your reality with a clear prophetic vision, while everyone else clings to yesterday's victories like life preservers sinking the ship. And the strategy? It starts with ruthless self-critique. Question everything you think you know. Tear down sacred cows and biases. Data isn't just a tool, it's a mirror that forces brutal honesty. Technology isn't a crutch, but a means to redefine what investing can be when it serves a higher vision, not just efficiency. But with every new tool, with every new insight, the real breakthrough comes from aligning with those rare few who burn as fiercely as you do. The old financial ecosystem has no space for true brilliance. It's designed for the average, the safe, the repeatable. The next-gen hedge fund model builds a network where the exceptional meet, connect, and collaborate beyond titles, beyond borders. This alignment is where the magic happens. Because brilliance isolated is a wasted force. Brilliance connected becomes a catalyst that propels change not just in portfolios, but across industries and markets. It's a call for a long game, patient, deliberate, and strategic. In a world obsessed with instant wins and flashy numbers, the real power lies in endurance, in internal fortitude that outlasts every moment of market chaos. The future hedge fund is not a fortress. It's a living, breathing organism that evolves with its people. It is rooted in sovereignty, meaning you control your destiny, not a committee or a set of outdated compliance frameworks. Your will, your approach, your judgment are the only currencies that matter. But here's the harsh truth. This world won't welcome the many. It's not built for the comfortable or those clinging to the past. It's crafted for the few who feel the fire under their skin, the ones who know deep down that playing by the old rules is suicide for their ambition, their vision, their soul. When all around you conform, these few blaze trails that others only dream of. No one else will hold your hand through this transformation. You must be ruthless in shedding distractions, excuses, and noise. This means saying no to what doesn't ignite your fire, even if it's praised or expected. You must build alliances that are not convenience, but made of pure, aligned energy, vision, and drive. This synergy is the rocket fuel to launch the hedge fund of tomorrow. And don't fool yourself. This path is not easier. It demands sacrifice, patience, and an appetite for uncertainty. But the reward? An autonomous network where your rare talents are not just tolerated, but celebrated. Where the old rules die and new, boundary-breaking frameworks take shape, powered by collective intelligence, technology, and most importantly, unstoppable human will. It's a movement as much as a model. It's a new way to think about influence and impact, one that isn't tied to geography, regulation, or old-school gatekeepers. It's a world where you, the investor, go beyond transactions and scorecards. You become an architect of change, curating portfolios that reflect not just risk and return, but alignment, purpose, and future-shaping power. And this is the revolution you didn't know you were waiting for. The moment when hedge funds stop being an industry of repetition and become an arena of liberation, a space for the rare and extraordinary to build legacies that outlast markets and transform economies. So feel the tension inside. Don't silence it. It is your compass pointing to a reality far beyond these walls. You were never meant to play safe. You were never meant to settle. The only way forward is to burn the old rulebook, to refuse quiet compromise, and to align yourself with the few who dare to become more. This is the next-gen hedge fund model, built on fire, forged in solitude, connected by vision, and it's waiting for those who can shoulder the burden and embrace the freedom that comes beyond the chaos. There is no aftermarket easy button, no shortcut to greatness here. Only the wild, fierce, beautiful journey of becoming the investor who doesn't adapt but transcends, who doesn't follow trends but sets them, who doesn't just survive markets, but recreates the very rules of the game. The wave of change is already breaking. The question is simple. Will you ride it, or will you be stranded in the wreckage of yesterday's illusions? The choice is yours, and every second you hesitate, the edge slips through your fingers. So burn, refuse, align, and shape a future where hedge funds don't just manage money, but ignite the power of the few to free the many. Because this is not the end of an era, it is the wildfire beginning a new one.